Okay, so now I'm on to day 10. Listen to food and bless it. So the second I read this one, I read it the other day, and I knew immediately this one was going to be hard because, well, a lot of reasons, but so I know food talks. I know we can raise the frequency of it and everything. But I knew I was going to struggle with this because my relationship with food is not a good one. I always remember when I was younger, I was always super self-conscious about my body, and I was always doing these yo-yo dieting and just all this stupid stuff. And I was in high school, and I was super active, and I always thought I was fat, and which I wasn't, and it was just stupid. But you don't realize that, of course, until you're older. But I've always loved food. But then the older I got and I started getting more sick, I would eat certain things and have terrible reactions or whatever. So now my relationship with food is more of like a horror movie or something. It's terrible. And so when I read day 10, the last maybe like 4 or 5 days, I really tried to look at my food, to pay attention to what I'm eating and listening to it, listening to my body. I always pray before I eat. Well, I try to anyways. And instead of being so scared when I eat something, it's really helped me to eat. And when a person has Lyme disease, it just messes up everything, and no one can understand until they have it themselves. And that is one thing that is really messed up for me, is my digestive system and just food. And I've had some terrible reactions to food, and that I was dying and like all kinds of stuff. And so every time I eat, and if I'm by myself, I am terrified to eat. And I know that probably sounds crazy to some of you, but I get so scared to eat, even if it's something I've had before, because sometimes I react fine to things and then I'll eat the next day and it's the complete opposite. And so I'm sure there's some emotional blockages there. But lately I've just really been working on that, and just raising the frequency of the food in my mind, and just I have to talk myself through it, it's okay to eat this, this is healthy for your body, your body will digest this. And tell myself I looked at all the nutrients, vitamins, whatever from this food, and it is something that is really hard for me, but I'm really working on it. And I just really need to work on not being so afraid to eat things, because I know the more afraid I am, it's a law of attraction. So if I'm scared of food, thinking I'm always going to get sick from food, then that's what's going to happen. And I know this, and that's why I think there's some emotional blockages, mental blockages, whatever going on, because I know these things, and yeah, I still do it. But I know my body has been through a lot with Lyme disease, and and some other illnesses. So it's a work in progress, but I definitely can tell a difference when I focus more on the food that I am eating and loving the food that I'm eating, and literally telling my food, like, I love you. And that sounds probably really weird to some people, but it makes the world of difference. And this is something that I really will work on every day, all day long, because my body does not absorb nutrients and things like that, and I can't stop losing weight. And I know this is something that I can definitely benefit from, and change that frequency and those thought patterns. And I don't want to be scared to eat food, because I love food. Just think of the aftermath of it before I eat it, and then I start freaking out. So I'm really glad this exercise is part of this diet, because it's definitely what I need. So thank you for putting this as part of the diet, and I will work on this every single day, and I hope other people will too, because it does make the world a difference when we really appreciate the things we are eating, and putting that goodness in our bodies. So yeah, I will be back soon.